Hey guys, I'm Ashley. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit this little red subscribe if you like what you see. And here we go. So today I am going to talk about everything coming out, LGBT, gender, etc. So, as you can see, I'm not your stereotypical little lady as you are seen in society. I identify as a queer cis female. Queer being like fluid with my sexuality. Cis means I'm female, so the gender I was born to. My pronouns, I go by she, her, and hers. My coming out story actually wasn't too exciting. I came out in 2014. That was my senior year of high school. And the first person I came out to was my best friend, and pretty much I was just sitting in the parking lot because back in the day I thought it was so weird to go into the grocery store with my mom. I was too cool, so I would sit in the parking lot in the car and wait for her. And I was just thinking about all these things, and I was like, I think I like girls. And that was the first person I told, and she couldn't have reacted any better. She only told me, whatever makes you happy makes me happy. And you know, that made me obviously really happy that my best friend accepted me. And I wasn't too worried that she wouldn't, but you know, that first person that you tell, just getting like those thoughts into the world is really scary. So yeah, after that I came out to my therapist actually. Long story, I saw a therapist for a long time in high school, and I came out to him and I needed his help to tell my mom because I was terrified. Again, I wasn't afraid that she wouldn't accept me. It was more like I was afraid of saying it and accepting it to myself. So, sorry, that's the garage. I am above the garage. I was at therapy and I called my mom in and I wanted to tell her, right? And we sat there probably for like 20 minutes and I told her there's something I wanted to tell her and I could not say it. Like, I was crying. My mom was going through all these things like, are you on drugs? Like, did you kill someone? What could you possibly tell me? That's just terrible. And by the end I was like, I like girls. And her only response was, oh, okay. And that was it. So it really wasn't a bad experience. Coming out to other people, I never actually told my dad. My mom told my dad for me because I didn't want to do it. I hate coming out, even though now it's so easy, but at the time it was terrifying to me just to say it out loud. So my mom came out to me told my dad about me coming out. There we go. Telling him with like a big weight on my chest, and I just didn't want to do it. So my mom told him, and neither of my parents really cared. I have a cousin that is a lesbian and she's married to this wonderful lady and we love her. So it wasn't like I didn't think they would accept me. It was just kind of scary to say it out loud, you know? Yeah, my gender identity is female. I've never felt male or agender or any, there's so many names for genders. I've never felt anything but female, if that makes sense. I feel like, although I always feel female, I don't always feel like I want to portray this female stereotype. So, like today, I'll be wearing like a v-neck that I got from the boys section, and my beanie, my hair is cut short, as you can see. It's a little messy right now, but so this is how I feel comfortable with myself. But also I can feel comfortable wearing dresses, just getting all done up, wearing heels. I also feel beautiful and confident that way. It really just depends on like the situation, what I'm doing, who I'm gonna be with, and just how I was feeling that day. One day I'll wake up and be like, today is the day for a dress, and that's okay for me. So yeah, but as I was going through high school, I kind of developed I started developing what is ever-changing sexuality for me. So when I came out as questioning / bisexual. It wasn't that I liked boys and girls were the if, it was I liked girls and boys were the if. So it's a little different for me. And as I was going through, I went through a phase of only being with guys, even after I entered college, just because I felt like the need to be with someone. And men are honestly, they're like a straight man is so much more accessible than a queer woman. So I just wanted to be with someone, and that someone was generally a man because they were easily accessible, which is terrible, but it is what it is. But as I went into my summer of my second year of college, I started only dating women. So I started to change my identity from bi to lesbian. Over the past, I want to say, year or so, I've only dated women. I've been with a couple men, but I've only specifically dated women. And at the beginning, I started to identify as lesbian, but just because I wanted to validate myself. I felt like since I was dating a woman, I needed to be lesbian. I wanted to fit into that lesbian stereotype. I wanted to be kind of part of like this group of lesbians and Tumblr lesbians. I wanted to be like that, which is kind of silly, but I'm sure a lot of people go through it. Always confusing to me because I would really like love these women, but from time to time I'd be like, I kind of would want to be with a guy right now, or a male identifying person. So I kind of have this fluctuating sexuality, and I came to use the word queer for myself. So I don't want to say that I'm lesbian or I am straight or bi or pansexual. I say queer because sometimes I'm with a woman and I feel like I never want to be with another gender again. I wouldn't want to be with anyone else. But then sometimes I'll be with a man and I'm like, well, what is going on? So I feel like it's always fluctuating, and queer is a way for me to have an identity without being set on anything, because I am just indecisive and my sexual identity is indecisive, and I'm always changing my mind about everything in my life. So that is where that has gone. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really introduce myself as that often. People that are close to me know that I identify as that. But if people ask, I say I'm gay. I feel like that also leaves a little wiggle room. I feel like the word lesbian is kind of like harsh, if that makes sense. So, I mean, nothing against people that identify as lesbian. I don't know. I feel like it has a negative connotation to it, so I don't like it as much. But yeah, it's been a long journey. So right now I'm dating a beautiful woman, and I'm very happy with that right now, and so we'll just see where life takes us. So that is my coming out story, my gender, sexual identity. If you have any questions, please sure to ask, because this is a big topic. I feel like there's so many things that are going on, so don't be embarrassed. And that is all. So we are signing out for today, and